Hello and welcome to SU Speechless. Today's video has been another skin combo video and today's skin will be Scout. Let's get into this video. This video is going to be another skin combo video and today's skin to be Scout, and this skin wasn't seen in the item shop for 1,646 days. It's a pretty crazy day in the item shop today. So obviously I don't know if you guys know, but pretty much the Paradigm skin came back into the item shop accidentally after 1,760 days. Basically the Paradigm skin was supposedly meant to be exclusive to the 3 days it came out in Season X, but Epic accidentally released it today, and they pretty much, people who bought it were meant to be getting it removed, but Epic allowed to people who bought it today to keep it. Obviously if you did buy it, obviously pretty cool for you guys. I personally wasn't able to buy it because the item shop resets at 1 AM my time, so in the UK 1 AM, so obviously I wasn't up at the time, but I did buy the Scout skin, which will cost you 800 V-Bucks in the item shop. Pretty clean looking skin, nice OG skin, black and green design. The Paradigm skin itself, obviously for the OG players, they'll be getting an OG edit style similar to the Ghoul Trooper and the Skull Trooper, which is pretty cool. I personally never really saw the reason why the Paradigm skin was exclusive, solely because it was obviously to do with the actual Season X's end of season event, or end of chapter event I should say, so kind of to me didn't really make sense. But either way, hopefully since the OG is getting a actual style, hopefully they do bring the Paradigm skin back. But either way, I decided to make 10 combos with the Scout skin. This skin was introduced all the way back in chapter 1 season 1. It's crazy to see how the actual skins have changed throughout Fortnite. Obviously back in the day, it used to be the skins we got, like pretty simplistic, like redesigns or recolors I should say, compared to obviously the very highly advanced skins. We've got obviously the actual collab skins as well, but this skin's pretty cool, so I thought why not let's make like 10 combos, and quite a few of them are OG and quite a few of them are new ones as well, for like new actual items, so say for example chapter 5's Battle Pass, item shop, all stuff like that. Let's move on to the back bling now for the first combo, which is Black Shield, part of the Fortnite set, introduced in chapter 1 season 2's Battle Pass, and it's the Black Knight's back bling from that season. First ever Battle Pass we've got, and the Black Knight was a tier 70 skin. Basically in that season there wasn't 100 tiers, there was only 70 tiers, and the only thing you could do was dailies and just play games to get XP. Pickaxe is Icebreaker, part of the Arctic Command set, introduced in chapter 1 season 1. This is my first pickaxe I ever bought, and still one of my favourite pickaxes to this day. I bought this and the Raptor skin at the same time. Works absolutely perfectly with the Scout skin for the black design. The umbrella I just had to use is the One Shot, which is a Victory Royale umbrella from chapter 1 season 9, and you got this from getting a Victory Royale and John Wick Bounty LTM, using it for the fully blacked out design. Contrail I wasn't too sure, so I thought I'd use Vines, which is introduced in chapter 1 season 7's design. As you see here, has a nice light green design, so I find the actual green on this Scout skin, it's more like lime green, and a lot of the contrails are more like brighter green than this actual green. But obviously you can use any other contrail you want that's green design, or even black design would work nicely. Let's move on to the first weapon wrap now, which is this one right here, which is Stealth Black, part of the Air Royale set, introduced in chapter 1 season 8. This will be bought in the item shop for either 300 or 400 V-Bucks. This whole combo in general is all items from chapter 1. Let's move on to combo number 2 now. For this one, I thought I'd go for a pretty OG combo once again for the back bling and pickaxe. I'm pretty sure the weapon wrap is also chapter 1 once again. Back bling is the Wolf Pack, part of the Full Moon set, introduced in chapter 1 season 6's Battle Pass, part of the actual that season, part of the Full Moon set, and this is Dye's back bling from that season. He was a tier 100 skin, mainly using it for the black design to be fair. Pickaxe is Reaper, introduced in chapter 1 season 1, one of the first ever pickaxes we got sold in the item shop. Pretty clean looking pickaxe, goes very nicely with the OG combo. Let's move on to the second weapon wrap now, which is a fully blacked out weapon wrap similar to Stealth Black. This one is Boogeyman, part of the John Wick set, introduced in chapter 1 season 9, and you got this from the John Wick Bounty LTM. Basically getting challenges done. Let's move on to combo number 3 for the Scout skin now. For this one I thought I'd use the Assassin Pack, part of the John Wick set, introduced in chapter 1 season 9. I fully blacked out back bling, works perfectly. At the time this came out, obviously John Wick only had one back bling, but it did bring out the John Wick's Katana, back bling and pickaxe when he came back, which is pretty cool, but this was the only back bling at the time. Works very nicely as I mentioned for black. Pickaxe is the Throwback Axe, introduced in chapter 2 season 4, part of the Origin set. I know technically it isn't chapter 1 because it came out in chapter 2 season 4, but it is technically chapter 1 because of the fact it is the default pickaxe from chapter 1. So obviously this is a free pickaxe you could claim in chapter 2 season 4, I think for either a couple of weeks or a month, which is free, which is pretty cool. It works very nicely obviously with the Scout skin. There's a lot of people back in the day, like myself, until I bought the Icebreaker, I was just using the default pickaxe. Let's move on to weapon wrap now for this combo, which is a pretty OG weapon wrap once again, which is Prismatic Edge, introduced in Chapter 1 Season X, a nice animated weapon wrap. I mainly use this for the green design, but there's obviously nice green, purple, and a little bit of black as well, blue. Pretty clean looking weapon wrap. I think I bought this because it was in a bundle with another skin, like a locker bundle. Looked cool, and it was also a bit cheaper, so I could buy this and a couple of items in the bundle for cheap, so I thought why not, works nicely for this combo. Let's move on to combo number 4 now. For this one, I thought I'd do a Chapter 5 themed combo. Backbling is the Pip-Boy, which is Gaming Legends series. Backbling, part of the Brotherhood of Steel set, introduced in Chapter 5 Season 3's Battle Pass. And this is the actual T60 Power Armor's Backbling. For this one, you can either use the standard style Pip-Boy for the silver, or you can use the Black Knight, which is the one I'm using, for the fully blacked out design. Pickaxe is the Stun Knife, which is a Gaming Legends series pickaxe, part of the Sneaking set, introduced in Chapter 5 Season 1's Battle Pass. And in Solid Snake's pickaxe from that season, he was the secret skin. Works nicely for the black, and the carbon fibre does work pretty nicely as well. Let's move on to the weapon wrap now, which is the Underworld Camo part, or doesn't have a set, introduced in Chapter 5 Season 3. As you see here, a nice design, has like a little bit of black, a little bit of grey as well. And this actual weapon wrap itself was unlockable in the actual summer road trip. Basically, the challenges you could get the actual Cybertruck for free. Basically, this is one of the rewards for doing that. Wasn't too hard, free wrap at the end of the day. Obviously, if you did it. Let's move on to combo number 5, the Scout skin. For this one, I thought I'd use a Marvel series backbling, part of the Deadpool set, which is the Deadpool's Katanas, introduced in Chapter 2 Season 2's Battle Pass. He was the secret skin from that season. I'm pretty happy that we did get a Marvel, the actual Deadpool skin, or Deadpool X Wolverine skins, obviously, for the actual Deadpool, who wasn't seen since Chapter 2 Season 2's Battle Pass. We've got the Deadpool pen and ink, and we also obviously got the Wolverine pen and ink as well, which wasn't seen in Chapter Season 4. I guess technically there was obviously Wolverine 0 from the crew pack, but obviously the actual Wolverine design from Chapter 2 Season 4. Pretty cool, you did get a version of each for people who didn't play in those battle passes. This works nicely for the black and silver design. Pickaxe is a driver, part of the Teed-Off set, introduced in Chapter 1 Season 8. Nice item shop pickaxe, works nicely for the black and silver. Let's move on to the weapon wrap now from this combo, which is a black and silver themed weapon wrap, which is Assassin, part of the John Wick set, introduced in Chapter 1 Season 9. This can be bought in the item shop. This is how it looks on a weapon, for example, the assault rifle. This weapon wrap itself, back in the day, you used to be able to buy this and the John Wick separately, but every time since then, since they brought him back, obviously with his new John Wick's katana backbling and pickaxe, they've had him in a bundle, which obviously is cool. But if you do just want to buy the Assassin weapon wrap itself, and for some reason they don't allow you to do it, you have to buy the bundle, which kind of sucks a bit. Let's move on to the next combo now, which is combo number 6. For this one, I thought I'd use a Banner Shield, part of the Banner Brigade set, introduced in Chapter 1 Season X. You can also use the Cape, which was introduced in Season 9 or Chapter 1 Season 9. The actual banner I decided to use is a pretty OG banner, which is this one right here, which is basically double pump. So obviously back in the day in Chapter 1, you could double pump, obviously 2 pump shotguns. The colour I'm using is black on the 3rd row down, 2nd colour across, but you can also go top left for a grey design if you want to as well. The pickaxe for this combo is Vision, which is part of the Ouroboros set, introduced in Chapter 1 Season 7. I'm mainly using it for the black. This can be bought in the item shop. Let's move on to the weapon wrap now for this combo. For this one, I thought I'd use the Tie-Dye Abyss, which was introduced in Chapter 3 Season 4, and it's a tie-dye skins weapon wrap. And pretty much this weapon wrap, depending on what banner colour you have, will be what colour the actual weapon wrap is. If you use a black banner, like I have now, it'll basically make it look fully blacked out. Because if you change if you change to green, for example, the actual weapon wrap will be black and green, so I decided to keep it black. Let's move on to the weapon wrap, or next combo, sorry, which is combo number 7. For this one, I thought I'd use the Boomstick, which is part of the Nobi Cabin Nightmare set, introduced in Chapter 3 Season 4. And this is one of Ash Williams' backblings, using this for the brown and black design. Pickaxe is the Leon's Combat Knife, which is a Gaming Legends series pickaxe, part of the Raccoon City Survivors set, introduced in Chapter 4 Season 2. Nice green themed knife. It's not exactly the green on the actual Scout skin, but does work nicely either way. Let's move on to weapon wrap now for combo number 7. For this one, I thought I'd use a light green and dark green designed weapon wrap, which is Bubbly, introduced in Chapter 2 Season 1. I know it's not the exact colour scheme, but I thought I'd switch up and just having blacked out weapon wraps. I find it does work pretty nicely either way. Let's move on to combo number 9 now. For this one, I thought I'd use a Gaming Legends series backbling, which is Crewmate, part of the Among Us set, introduced in Chapter 3 Season 3. The colour I'm using is black. I was going to use green, but it's like more of a darker green. I want obviously more of a lighter, so I decided to go with the black myself. Pickaxe, and this is part of the Among Us set, introduced in Chapter 3 Season 3. Pickaxe is a Catwoman's Grappling Claw, which is DC series pickaxe, part of the Batman 0 point set, introduced in Chapter 2, Season 6, and this is Catwoman Zero's pickaxe, mainly using it for the black and silver design. Let's move on to the weapon wrap now for this combo, which is a black and green themed weapon wrap, which is my favourite one that I own, which is ones and zeros. Part of the Follow the White Rabbit set, introduced in Chapter 3, Season 1, animated as well. Basically, this is a Matrix weapon wrap. Let's move on to combo number 9 now. For this one, I thought I'd use the backboard. Part of the Hang Time set, introduced in Chapter 1, Season 9. I'm using the default style for the fully blacked out design. Pickaxe is a slasher. Part of the Shape set, introduced in Chapter 4, Season 4. And it's Michael Myers' pickaxe finally goes very nicely with this skin. Let's move on to the weapon wrap now for this combo, which is this one right here, which is Call Sign Falcon, part of the Royale set, introduced in Chapter 1, Season 8, using it for the black and brown, or light brown design, I should say. Let's move on to the final combo for the Scout skin now. And for this one, I thought I'd use a cape backbling, or this is more like a cloak, but you can use a cape, you can use a shroud or a cloak. Backbling is the Stormfarer's cloak, part of the Stormfarer set, introduced in Chapter 3, Season 3's Battle Pass, but any black themed cloak, cape or shroud would work nicely. Pickaxe is a crowbar, part of the Getaway Gang set, introduced in Chapter 1, Season 5, works very nicely for the black and silver design. Let's move on to the final weapon wrap now, which is this one right here, which is Imagined Overdrive, introduced in 3 Season 2, a nice animated weapon wrap. Has black, has a bit of grey as well, works pretty nicely. I got this, I think, in a bundle with some Ever Cosmetics in a locker bundle, so I thought, why not pick it up? Pretty clean looking weapon wrap, can't say I've used it very much. So as all the Scout skin combos done, the skin itself is in the art shop if you do obviously want to buy it. The Scout skin leaves on the 14th of August if you do want to pick it up. Obviously, it hadn't been seen for 1,646 days, but if you are looking out for the skin, pretty clean looking design. Skin pretty basic, but pretty cool in my opinion. But pretty cool either way. But if you ever do have any other video suggestions you'd like to see, for example, skin, backbling, pickaxe, glider, slash umbrella, contrail, or weapon wrap, or anything other Fortnite related, always feel free to let me know in the comments down below. I'm always down to give something new a go. But anyways, that was pretty decent.